Filmmaker Lori Bailey is coming home to the Adirondacks this weekend to host a special one-night screening of her original feature film, Mineville.
Action.
Bailey, the film's writer, producer, and director, shot the movie 14 years ago. It was filmed entirely in and around the mining towns of the Adirondacks, Port Henry, Mariah, and Mineville in the spring and summer of 2010. The movie tells the story of immigrants who worked in the iron ore mines in the early 20th century. And Lori Bailey joins us now. Welcome. It's good to see you again.
Good morning, Tom. Good to see you.
So you're hosting this special one-night screening of Mineville at Charles Wood Theater in Glens Falls on Saturday. It's hard to believe that it's been nearly 15 years since you made that movie.
We're very happy to go there. We started, if you recall, at the Charles Wood. That was one of the first places we ever showed our movie. So to go back there made sense. We're very happy to do it.
And is this one-night screening sort of a celebration of the anniversary?
It is. We've been 14 going into 15 years now, if you can imagine that. And I wanted to put it out on the screen one more time before moving on to other things.
This was an independent film, yet you had some amazing talent. Paul Sorvino from Goodfellas, Bill Sadler, William Sadler from Shawshank Redemption, from The Green Mile, from Die Hard 2, and just some amazing actors that were part of this project with you.
People often ask me, well, how did you do that, being your first film and you were nobody? And the answer is always the same. I didn't know that I couldn't. I mean, nobody said to me, oh, you just can't call up these people. And I did. I think Sadler might have been the first one I called, and I could hear the little chuckle in his voice, but he was kind and receptive, and he read the script, jumped on board, and he's just been so helpful. And then once you have one person, call the next one and say, hey, Bill's on board. And
in fact, Bill Sadler is going to be with you on Saturday night for the screening, and then you two will hold a Q&A right after, so that'll be special.
He's just such a ham. Put him up on the stage and we'll have a good time.
And this comes as you right now are shooting the prequel called Switchback. You filmed up here in the area last fall, again in the Port Henry, Ticonderoga area, and you're still in the midst of production now. Now, Mineville was about Irish immigrant families risking their lives in the iron ore mines. So where do you take the story now with Switchback?
Switchback is pre-union. Now, the original Mineville that we had done dealt a lot with the term when unions came in. So that was the crust of that story. This is going to be very pre-union. So far more dangerous. That's fascinating to me about the older days. It was just unskilled labor. Hope you got a hammer in your hand and you went down underground and got work for the day.
And did your ancestors work in the mines?
Mm-hmm. My dad, my grandpa, my great-grandpa, and some uncles all worked underground. I've been listening to those stories since I was a child.
We have a scene from the new Switchback movie. Let's take a look at that.
Have you read the Albany Tribune this morning?
No, of course not. What earth-shattering revelations are coming out of that provincial rag?
Well, it would appear as though the men up in Mineville are once again unhappy with the station in life. Perhaps a visit is in order.
Are they unionized?
I don't believe so.
I'd venture to think not. If they were unionized, we wouldn't be hearing about them. Unionized men speak with one voice. Do you know what that is? My voice.
Folks will be very familiar with both of those actors in that scene, Mark Valley from Ogdensburg and Joel Plew, who is your son and who has been in many of your movies. Mark Valley, of course, was also in your feature film Garrow, based on serial killer Robert Garrow, who went on a murder spree and terrorized the Adirondacks in the summer of 1973. Have you had more response to that movie than any of your other movies?
Yeah, Garrow's the one that gets it every time on both sides of the fence. Some people are really offended by it, and then other people just find it to be such a part of history that they remember.
You're going to be one of the guest speakers on a Female Filmmakers Take Center Stage panel. That's coming up next month in May in Albany. The Capital Region and Adirondack Film Alliance Industry Day. That's happening on May 23rd in Albany, and you're going to be honored for your work.
Yeah, I was a little blown away by that. Very excited. So yeah, I'll be there for women in film. I'm excited about it.
Well, have a wonderful screening at the Charles Wood
Thank
Theater
you.
on Saturday. The original black and white Mineville will be playing at 7 p.m. And Lori Bailey, thank you very much for taking the time to be with us.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Tom.